Enjoy this picture of me in medieval armor looking like an idiot.
Oh.
So it kind of works. Cool.
I'm the one on the left.
Hello and welcome, folks. This is Chris, the Bardic DM, and this is episode 2 of Seekers of Legends, Forging the New Gods. Now, before we get started, there has been, as you'll probably notice from the screen, a slight change in party lineup. Unfortunately, he may have had to leave the stream. So, I'll introduce our newest member, Shane, aka Verbatim, Gnome Engineer, and Bard.
Heyo.
Also of note, there has been with Hime leaving the group, there has been a small swap around so that Arusk is now our Unchained Rogue, Emma is now our Arcanist, God help our souls.
You make it sound like I'm going to do horrible things.
And Govern the Dwarf is now our Paladin. You alright there, Alex?
Yeah.
Just checking. Okay, right. So you've just been empowered with semi-divine might, each of you. So, for the people at home, I'm going to go over a quick listing of your individual abilities that you've gained outside of your normal class abilities, which will also help everyone out. Which will also help the other players catch up. Something is squeaky in the background. Okay, so
Starring Doug was moving.
Okay, fair enough. So for our Arcanist, by inheriting the magic domain, she received a +3 to spellcraft and use magic device checks, and may cast magic missile at will as a standard action. By taking the knowledge domain, she gained a +3 to all knowledge checks and gained instant understanding of any language whenever she encounters it. Our Bard, by taking the luck domain, gains a +3 to sleight of hand and use magic device checks. Along with 3 times per day, he may re-roll any dice roll and choose which result to take. By taking the travel domain, he has taken up a +3 to knowledge geography and a +3 to survival, and has increased his base speed by 20 feet, meaning that the gnome is faster than all of you, save for the tiger.
I'll shot to his ankle.
Should have seen that coming. Our cleric, for taking the healing domain, has been given a +3 to heal and craft alchemy checks, and now adds her wisdom modifier to any healing that she grants, either from channel energy or from cure spells. By taking up the repose domain, she gains a +3 to knowledge religion, a +3 to knowledge planes, and her channel positive energy now heals the living and harms undead simultaneously. She can also see and speak with spirits of the restless dead. Our hunter, along with gains a +3 to knowledge nature and survival checks, and her animal companion, the impressive tiger Rama, has gained the advanced template, making it the tankiest thing in the room. By gaining the community domain, she gains a +3 to knowledge local and a +3 to heal checks. All allies within 30 feet of her are treated as having any teamwork feat she possesses. Our paladin, for having the glory domain, gains a +3 to diplomacy and a +3 to perform oratory checks. And 3 times per day can grant a +1 morale bonus to attack, damage, skill, and saving throw to all allies in a 50-foot burst. For taking up the war domain, he gains a +3 to intimidate and knowledge engineering checks, and is proficient with all weapons. And last but not least, our rogue gains a +3 to sleight of hand and stealth checks for the darkness domain, and as a swift action can create a copy of any weapon he is proficient with. This disappears if it leaves his hand. And for taking up the trickery domain, he gains a +3 to bluff and sense motive checks, and he can create an illusory double of himself as a move action, which acts as mirror image. And he can use that a number of times equals 3 plus his intelligence modifier. He will not be a pain in the ass at all. Particularly not
Just wait until it starts. Go ahead.
Particularly not from the DM who has to try and hit the little bugger.
Just wait. Since I'm guessing that thing's going to get upgraded eventually.
Don't remind me. I gave you this ability and don't remind me.
Fine. I'll lessen your suffering for now.
For now, ladies and gentlemen, for now.
Just wait until level 5 and it really will begin.
And it looks like we do have at least a few people in.
Now Chris's goal is to kill me before I hit level 5.
I wouldn't kill you off for that. I gave you the abilities. I can deal with them one way or another.
But then after that point, I'm going to be getting the main abilities that I'm giving myself.
Ah, yes, one of your busted builds. I recently invited him to my Saturday game. It took him 5 minutes to have a build with 42 AC.
It's just a simple prestige class, and that AC gets slower by a lot the moment you hit me once.
Fair enough.
Vindicator's shield.
Ah, yes. Right. So, that implies I can hit you once with that kind of AC. Right, that aside. So, folks, you've just collected your shards of divinity, and at the very and have been granted somewhat of an awareness of what they are. You understand the powers you have been granted. So, what do you want to do next?
Emma's gonna look around and notice the huge-ass tiger and the little raven that's sitting on her shoulder. Hello? She'll say to the raven, and the raven just kind of starts nibbling at her ear.
Okay, and our gnome is off somewhere.
Eris just sort of looks around. He sort of reaches into the shadow of the crevice on the wall and just pulls out the entire rapier. This is different. He's practicing with it a little bit, and he's way too accurate than he should be.
Right. As you get there, can you just make me a perception check? Verbatim?
Starting off hot tonight.
Emma will notice, and she will kind of wander over here as well, just kind of look around, see if there are any more shards of divinity.
Okay.
And Quoth, which Emma just knows is the thing's name, is going to fly around the body, see if it notices anything, if it can find the person who was her brother's good friend.
Okay.
Perception check for Emma.
Okay.
And perception check for Quoth. Yeah.
For some
It would be
reason-
good if I actually had skills open.
I was going to say, it would also help if, for some reason, Roll20 would actually load up for me.
Okay, so Emma got a 14 and Quoth got an 18.
Okay, right, that's finally loaded in for me. Apparently I need to close down some stuff and make it so it's a bit less cluttered on here. Okay. First of all, you do remember that you spotted that your brother's old friend amongst the dead. But Quoth has discovered under the thick layer of dirt and rubble something shiny. Looks almost like polished brass.
Alright, and of course, Quoth being a raven is going to pick it up,
He can't pick it up.
or at least try to.
He can't pick it up, but as he starts pecking away, I need Quoth to make me a reflex save.
Well, good things it's tiny and a raven.
Okay,
22!
That's more than good enough. Quoth is able to dodge out of the way as the grime begins crumbling off what is a set of what was clearly at one point hidden, but now, whether intentionally or otherwise, polished brass doors, both of which that are ornately inscribed with some unfamiliar runes. Well, they are unfamiliar until you feel a sudden flash of insight, Emma. These runes.
Where's the door?
Yeah, the runes are on the door, and I was going to say you're basically standing on top of it at the moment.
Oh, okay, Emma's gonna 5 foot step back.
The
And-
runes are Dwarvish. Congratulations, you now know Dwarvish.
Adding that to the language list. And Emma's actually gonna read it out loud, so will you guys hear Emma just speaking in Dwarvish?
The translation is safe passage go. If you leave us by this path, safe passage to you, dear friend. If you seek entry, then sanctuary lies with it, and you know that the path of the Golden Heart. Then you will find sanctuary within.
Okay. Emma's just gonna look. Emma is gonna detect magic on the door.
Okay. There is no magic on the door, but if you want, you can also make me a knowledge history check.
Yay, history. First knowledge roll of the game!
First time you've really had knowledge that wasn't to do with engineering.
I know, but we haven't had. I didn't make any of those rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, an elephant is above my head,
Yes. Okay.
apparently. Alright, so that is a 24.
All right. As you delve into the depths of the knowledge bestowed upon you by the divine shard, you begin to unfold knowledge of an ancient dwarven hold that at one time resided within this mountain range. It was called Steel Mountain Hold, but it was also known as the Golden Heart of the Mountain. This would suggest that this is possibly one of their myriad of emergency passages.
Emma's gonna call out to the group. Everyone, come here. I may have found something useful.
What is it? And Eris will walk over.
Emma's gonna prestidigitation all the crap off the door.
Okay.
You guys just see Emma smile, raise up hand, and just muck just starts flying off the door.
Yeah, the needle got in my mouth.
Sorry, I was aiming for your eye.
Thank you. Good to know that at least.
Alright, so you guys should now all see the huge golden door. And she is kind of thinking that everybody can read it because she was able to.
My only question is why you've got your... Oh, never mind. You're okay,
Well.
Shane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eris looks at verbatim and goes, "Yeah, if I'd been drinking at all, I'd probably be thinking the same thing."
Rotten looks over. He's like, "Who are you people?
Oh.
Why am I here? I was doing some work in the lab, and I
Okay,
popped
right.
over here somewhere, and I don't know what's going on."
Shane, we've been trying to keep it to a set world, not... So I did mention that the shared background was the whole slaves in the mine, right?
Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah, sorry, dude. That's why you had the that's why you had the options for what your backgrounds were. You know, the whole why you picked
Okay, I knew that why I was a engineer, slave, and other stuff. I didn't realize I knew everybody.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they're all in the same slave camp. Sorry, dude. Thought I'd filled that in. But
Okay.
Yeah, retcons within retcons. What next?
No, you're good.
Ah, well, but
Right then. So
We'll
we've
start
got a
parties
golden
and all
door
that.
over here.
Yeah. What the hell are these marks? And Eris is just making clear he doesn't. At least he doesn't know Dwarven.
And then just kind of looks around and goes, "What are you talking about? It's pretty easy to understand."
Sure, if you speak Dwarven.
It's another language?
It's not Gnomish and it's not common.
Or goblin.
Oh.
That look like Goblin to you?
I don't know. It just language went right into my head. So, all right. May I please have a translation of what was said because what the door says because I do not remember it.
Okay, right.
Brains of our party, ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone should fear and tremble.
Well, to be fair, it's not like in-character intelligence score reflects out-of-character intelligence score. If it did, then I don't think there'd be many who'd get. Then I don't think there's many that'd get above 16 for most games.
All right.
And to be fair, that'd be more her wisdom score than it would her intelligence.
Huh.
Let's see. I've not got the exact ROM written down, or if I have, I've got it in a different notebook. If you leave it this way, then have safe journey, friend. If you seek entry through this path, then you may find sanctuary. If you know the path of, if you know the secret of the Golden Heart.
Emma will relay this information to everybody. And then go, well, should we open it? Or is there anything else you would like to do first?
What's the golden heart?
Yeah, that she said.
Well, this place used to be apparently a dwarf mine. And the Golden Heart was part of what it was called. And this might be a safety tunnel of some sort.
I will say it was not a dwarf mine. It was a dwarven hold, a city spanning the entirety of the mountain.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right then. Retcon. This was a dwarven city.
3 in less than 10
Before
minutes.
it was a mine.
Yeah. All right. And Verboten steps forward and tries to open the door.
Emma's gonna kind of hold him back a little bit and go, let's make sure the store's safe before we open it.
Yeah, just give me one moment. Eric, unless anyone else took the armor, he's going to put on one of the sets of leather armor we have.
I don't think that's gonna. What size were the goblins?
They were medium.
They were the high goblins. Yeah, they were the high goblins.
So about 5.5 foot tall on average.
And what's your height?
6'5".
Yeah, it's gonna be a little tight on you.
No, he'll be able to reach. It'll be fine. The holes on the doors themselves are 10 feet high.
No, I meant the armor.
Ah, yeah, it's got enough give.
They're both medium sized.
And yeah, Adrian. I was gonna say, Adrian. Yeah, it's basically the in-world name for hobgoblins. You've got high goblins and low goblins.
So we just know who gets the uppers and who gets the downers.
That pun was bad. Go sit in a corner.
I missed it.
So Verboten just stares at the door.
Right. Well, I was going to say, if anyone wants to make a perception and or a disable device check.
Sure. Perceive.
And we'll go ahead and look over the door one more time now that it's all clean.
Verboten is perceptive today, as is Nyx. But there do not appear to be any traps here. And it appears to be unlocked.
This is a little strange.
Looks safe to me. He steps forward and opens it.
All right. I'll just if you guys right. In which case, if it's alright, I'm just going to copy you guys and move you over to the next map.
Yeah, you're good. Here, I'll move my.
Wow, we go to another map already?
We're going to one of my upgraded maps, so it's not as hard on the eyes. Would help if I did not zoom in so much. And of course it does just also copies over the purple square. Hang on, did I not enable? Nope, did not enable Fog of War. Yeah. Hold on a second, folks, just whilst I do a quick bit of mucking about.
Live, everybody!
Yep. With all the pitfalls therein. Particularly when you've got a numpty of a DM.
Alright, so.
Yeah, and I'll start revealing a bit more of the map. So, Verboten, you want to step forward?
I will, but first I'm gonna make sure we seal the door behind us, lock it if possible.
I was going to say the door's just there, so
Oh, so
Okay.
this is the door on the other map.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll step forward then. I'll sort of wave everyone past me and just go and try and seal the door behind us. Lock it if possible, or just find some way to jam it, or just keep it from being open behind us.
Emma will be the last one to enter.
okay.
And
when
right
you get-
before she leaves the area where the shards of divinity were,
Yeah.
are there any stalactites or stalagmites in the air around it that she could make collapse
Yeah.
in on the pit?
Yeah, there are a few. Okay, so you
All right, Emma's gonna use magic missile to do that.
Okay, that's fine.
And guys, you just see Emma look at the rocks and have magical bolts of energy shoot out of her hand to collapse in on where we found our glowing shards.
Eris just looks at his shadow rapier, and just looks a little disappointed.
Emma just turns and goes,
Verboten
"What?"
kind of looks around and it's like, yeah, that just happened.
You had a
I'll
random.
be able to do more.
Well, to be fair, you've had a random.
It's better that we keep. It's better we keep if any of the guards come back distracted and think that there was a cave-in, as opposed to the gems actually being found.
Yeah, actually, we should have done the bodies in there with the under the stalagmites.
Emma just goes, "I would rather we not do a mass grave if possible. Right now, we have to disturb the bodies as little as possible. People are going to come in, and it would be nice if they don't automatically decide to look for dead hobgoblins in cupboards."
Yeah, but it's still gonna be. They're still gonna take a lot longer for them to find the bodies. So it'll just buy us more time.
I know. Hopefully, they're going to be looking at digging the hole.
Verboten just pays a little attention to the conversation, shrugs, and starts heading off.
I'm gonna head up to the front as well.
All right.
All right. Is everybody in?
Yeah.
Okay. You do find there's a set of bolts that you can slide across the door when you close them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
There's also what looks to be a secondary mechanism that you could attempt. Anyone with knowledge engineering could attempt to try and activate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Arisk is able to get it moving. You hear a grinding from the other side of the door, and you also see a cog-like mechanism slide along the bars, and multiple cogs rotate. From what little you've seen, this appears to be some sort of tumbler system.
Emma is going to immediately head up to it and make a clockwork roll because she just needs to know how this works.
Okay.
That's 20.
All right. So yes, this is both a clockwork tumbler system and appears to, when it locks into place, set off a secondary set of clockwork lever systems, which you're guessing may have obscured the door from the other side, given the grating sound on the other side.
Upon that, Emma's going to make a knowledge engineering check to see if the door will actually be hidden. Try and figure that out. And there's engineering. 28!
You are rolling high tonight. Okay.
The walls are making up for my tiny brain.
Just wait until we really need those high rolls.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, as far as you can tell, it most likely is, because it looks like it's triggered some sort of retractable wall or something similar. So unless something destroyed the wall before they... in previous interactions, then it should still be working. And right, okay, so once you get to where verbatim is, I've got some more... I can reveal some more of the area.
Emma is gonna turn to the others and go, "This mechanism hid the door on the other side, so we shouldn't have anyone following us in here."
Thank God.
Does this open up to the left and right at all, or?
Yeah, it does. I'm just about to do that. Sorry, I was just double checking a couple of things. Okay, you see an ornate hallway with multiple... I was going to say, before... Don't step... I was going to say, if you could move back to there, because there is something that you would have... hang on. And I'm on the wrong blasted light. If you could move back to just there, please. Because I was about to say that there's going to be a reason you aren't going to want to move past there. Yeah. As you get to that point, you will notice that you will notice from where you are, yes, you'll notice at least one. In fact, you'll notice all three, actually, so I'll just get those revealed for you. You'll notice a trio of bodies lying throughout the corridor. They are lying across the floor, and they have what appear to be large numbers of arrows protruding from their sides.
All of them have arrows coming from the same side.
From both sides.
Okay.
However, you do also notice that they, apart from the broken and rusted armor, they do appear, which still looks better quality than most of the stuff you've seen them wearing before. These do appear to be high goblins. Long dead and mostly rotted away high goblins, but high goblins nonetheless.
Wow, that really stinks.
Well, looks like we might find some friends in here.
If you could just...
I
was going to say, you think most likely, given the positioning, that this is probably some sort of trap that's killed them.
Emma's just going to ask, "Does anyone know anything about traps?"
Eris just raises his hand. I figured out quite a little bit of it.
Alright, if you could... I was going to say, Aris, if you could make me a perception check. Okay.
25.
Okay, so... right. Yes, you notice that there's a small depression on the wall near where you're standing. You think you could probably pry that open?
I'll get the nail. I'm just trying to wedge it in. Help me get that open.
Okay. Make me a disable device check.
And for specifics, to specify, I will try to stop the trap. I won't try to completely destroy it because this could be useful.
Okay. Well,
before you just go all ham, I'm gonna cast guidance on you.
Okay.
Thank you. $13.
Okay, well, that's enough to get the actual container open, which actually exposes which, as I was going to say, because you've not actually gotten to the trap yet, you do see what appears to be a mechanism within there that would appear to be that appears to be what an activator switch, basically, for a more complex system. It's currently still in the on position.
I will flip that off.
Okay, that'll be another disable device check.
17.
Okay, that's enough. As I was going to say, from what you can figure, most likely what you pried open was actually initially a trigger button, which is why you had to make a secondary check.
Oh, good to know.
So basically, as someone is coming through here, if they were to apply pressure to that on their way through, which would effectively be either a swift or a free action, it would then activate whatever trap is set in this room, which apparently involves large amounts of arrows.
Arrow's taking notes for later. Okay, we should be good to go through now.
Robot gingerly takes a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna actually go up to one of the bodies and do a heal check to see what exactly happened to him.
Okay.
You may be able to tell from the copious amount of arrows.
Yeah, but like, see what's going on with them, like why they were just running.
Okay, right. Yes, these were clearly struck whilst in motion, and yes, it was most like, I was going to say, it was clearly, they either bled to death or was massively damaged. And they appear to have been dead for at least, well, I'll put it this way, probably about as long as probably about a couple thousand years. There's only as much flesh on them as there is now because this area seems to be sealed off and mostly dry air.
So they're basically mummified more so than decomposed. Okay.
Yeah.
As you're checking it over, however, the corpse begins to move.
Wow! Barely a few minutes in and undead already.
Verboten's like, did that thing just move?
Yeah, we gotta test our new powers somehow.
Yeah,
And
Emma goes, yeah, that moved.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's grasping a broken sword and is starting to stand up.
Can I swing my hammer down on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just straight up. Like, damn it.
Well,
It shocked me, alright?
That would be
Bolts
a
and
miss, I'm
unlock
afraid.
door.
Yeah, I get it.
Unfortunately, and you also notice that the other two seem to be getting up as well. Roll for initiative, folks. Oh, that's the point. Did I not bring over Rama's token? Oh, shine.
No, I got him. I just had him underneath mine so I could move him easier. So I was only taking up one square.
Okay.
Okay, how do I get the nat 20 on the initiative?
Good luck.
I'm a spellcaster, damn it.
Well, to be fair,
Oh wait, Rama goes on my initiative. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he does.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that.
And to one person in chat who I actually do other games with, this is why I roll crap on Monday. I waste them all for the other games.
I'm sure he'll love hearing that.
Law of averages, man. Law of averages.
It's the balance of the D&D gods.
Let's just hope you've got a bit better sense than the Roll20 versions of them.
Yeah, they're very spiteful.
Spiteful. I've seen references to the Greek deities that are less cruel than the Roll20 dice gods.
Yeah, that does happen.
Let's get the tracker up and get that in order. And of course,
Okay.
I'm in there. At least my name's in there. And you can wait. I can remove, and you can remove Rama.
Oh yeah, we'll do.
Alright.
Let's see. Your roll for this one was.
Mine.
Alright.
Hold on, let's see. So, okay, that's the right one.
You gotta delete the one without the portrait.
Oh yeah, just delete the ones without the pictures. What am I thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you should be good.
Apart from we've got 2 Govrans, which, and let's see, Verbatim's right.
You have 2 governs. I don't see 2.
There was. I deleted one of them.
Oh.
The later of the 2 rather. Okay, so
Gosh.
Emma, you're up.
Alright, Emma's just gonna look at the parent undead, look at how the fact that she's wearing no armor and is incredibly squishy, and remembering just how she was nearly killed in the last fight with 1 hit. Emma is gonna use an arcane point to use her armored mask alchemist exploit, so
You mean Arcanist exploit?
arcane effect point, yeah, sorry.
No.
Severe
you said-
dyslexic, folks.
No, you said alchemist exploit. That was what was confusing me.
That's how I read it.
Ah,
I had a dyslexic moment.
fair enough. Just checking that you weren't thinking you were in the wrong class.
No. So I now have mage armor up. Right, so. And that's all I can do this turn.
Okay. Let's see, which one of our... It's our Oddfellow. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he's going to move in and attempt to attack. Note I say attempt. 14 versus AC?
Missed by 1.
Of course, with that snazzy new armor.
Snazzy no armor. It's raw. It's probably disgusting. Probably came from something very questionable.
Yeah. Nix, you're up. And so is the tiger.
She's gonna go after this one.
Okay.
And
That's a miss.
yeah. Oh my god.
You are having
Still working out the kinks.
And now it's the goblin's turn again. Well, different one, but... And that's going to miss horribly no matter what. What is with the rolls tonight? And Aaron, you're up.
Hold on. So I'm a 5-foot step up next to Arash.
Alright.
Right? That's how you say your name?
Yep. Someone
All right.
finally got it right.
And then I'm gonna do my channel energy.
Oh boy.
Knock it out while I can.
Yay, exploding zombies.
Alright,
Right?
so
1 sec. I
I'll
gotta
just set you up an aura,
where
shall
I
I?
put it. Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Yeah.
Even though the attack roll thing says it's 25, because I can't change.
No, I'm just doing it as an aura thing, so that'll make it easier to see.
Yeah, 1 sec. I gotta find where I put it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Bloop. Ooh, got him.
Yep, so anyone who's taken damage, which I don't think anybody has. And boink.
Oh, so only one's actually dead. Oh wait, two?
All
Yeah.
3.
Their bodies are
Matter.
their armor falls to the ground as their bodies are reduced to ash.
And we'll just say that it's raining little sparkles around in this area now. I didn't even know I could do that, guys.
Well, I'm glad you figured it out.
Well,
Urbon
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
waves his hand inside the glowy area.
so how much of the glow is the dead bodies?
I'll leave that up to your interpretation.
And Aaron, that was very impressive.
Thanks. Really came from deep down inside of me.
Yeah, I can't do that magic. I find that slightly sad. And incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anyone want to inspect what the piles of abandoned armor and other items?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if there's anything good.
Emma's actually going to inspect the wall, see if she can gather anything, see if there's any more writing.
Okay.
Oh, I'll go down to this one.
Okay. On each one, you find the rusted, broken remains of a suits of chainmail, a long sword, and a heavy steel shield each.
Nothing I can use, but some people this may still be at least good enough for some people.
Wait, did you say they were rusted?
Yes.
All right. And I can use it, but I would like to get a new one.
Button heads up to the top of the stairs here and looks over him.
Okay. All right, I'll get back to clearing the rest of the area. Just give me a second while I get rid of the
Yeah.
turn order thing.
And
You said it was a chain shirt, right? Or chain mail?
Chainmail.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, just got to clear up the rest. Just got to zoom out a bit so I can finish clearing up without giving you guys too much hassle. Actually, oh yeah, it's not this one I need to worry about. I can just deactivate the fog of war.
Yeah.
and let us see everything.
Yeah.
Why not?
There's not much to see at the moment. There are
Okay. Oh wait, I forgot to roll Quoth's perception for anything interesting written on the walls.
Okay. And then, actually, there is one other thing. Arusk, because you managed to find one other item, which is a metal vial.
I'll take a look. I'll inspect. I'll probably open it up and inspect the thing.
Okay. Right. That could either be You've got craft alchemy, correct?
Yes, I do.
Well, you can make a craft alchemy check for me then.
I'll try that, and if this doesn't work, I'll show it. I'll show it to the rest of the party afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you cannot identify it. And Emma, there are some bits of dwarvish runes on the walls, but it's chiefly the messages being repeated of, if the worst has befallen you, swift may the earth guide your feet.
You broke up, Chris.
Oh, sorry. It says, if the worst has befallen you, may the earth guide your feet and the ancestors watch over you. And then there's each of the statues is decorated with a individual name. I'll give you the full list in a bit because I've somehow misplaced the book where I had them written down.
Mm-hmm. And while doing this, Emma's also just going to be casting Detect Magic.
Okay. There's up until I was going to say the only thing that detects as magic is the vial that Arusk is holding.
Eris was about to say, yeah, as you're doing that, Eris will say, yeah, I just found this metal vial. I'm not sure what's inside of it.
Quoth actually flies on Arusk's shoulder and just starts pecking the vial.
Hey, careful, unless you want to drink what could be acid.
Emma then goes over and goes, "No, it's magical."
Yeah, magic acid.
And then spellcrafting the vial. 19.
Okay. It's a potion of cure light wounds.
And it's a healing potion. Not a very strong one, but still a healing potion.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. Who wants to carry it? I'll carry it if no one else wants to, but I just want to see if anyone else specifically wanted it.
You can carry it. That's fine.
All right.
And
I'll slip it into the pocket.
Okay, Verbatim, is there anything in particular you were looking for whilst you were zipping around the room?
Just looking.
Fair enough. Okay.
Are these statues of anything?
They're each statues. They appear to be individual likenesses of dwarves.
Dwarves.
Yeah. Each one decked out in armor and carrying a stone-carved weapon.
Govern, do you know any of these?
No. Why would I know them?
They look like you?
What?
Are you saying that all dwarves look the same?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh,
That's just speciesist.
Eris,
Says the party with a gnome bard, elven hunter, and dwarf paladin.
Eris just glances at the spot where I could trigger the arrow trap again.
Verbatim sees that and moves to the corner.
I'll actually, before we go, I'm going to put the cover for the switch back up on it.
fair enough. I was going to say, and as you're inspecting the room, you will notice that there is a similar plate on the opposite side of the hall.
Once everyone's through, I'm going to go through the process and reactivate it behind us.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, once you guys can group up, I'll move you on to the next map. Had to use modular maps, so I've had to go a bit smaller than so I've had to go a bit smaller than I usually would for my maps.
Well, it'll actually make if formatting for video a little bit easier, ironically enough.
Do you figure? I didn't think it'd have that much of an issue. Oh, do you mean for spacing it out sort of thing?
Yeah.
Oh dear. And
Whoa!
I think I've just... Yeah,
Someone We've been cloned!
Image.
Oh, whoa!
Hang on. Let me
No one doesn't even have that spell yet.
Hang on, I'll just...
Control Z. Or that.
Live, everybody!
Yeah, and once again with the numpty DM.
And, okay.
Alright, so... You've come... I say this just appears to be a ornate hallway about 10 feet high. You do note that there are a couple of dwarven bodies lying about. There are some goblin ones as well, but the goblins are missing their heads.
Okay.
Lovely.
Eris will special for people to stop, and he'll switch his rapier to a light crossbow and basically take a shot to see if these guys are. Well, actually, do they look undead? I mean, do they look dead?
Well,
the dwarves.
They look like mummified corpses, much like the last bunch did, but
Okay, then I'm going to do what I said before. I'm making my light crossbow, and I'm just going to take a shot at them to see if they react. At one of the dwarven corpses to see if they react.
okay. Your arrow hits home, but the dwarf's corpse does not move.
Okay, I think we're good.
Now I was gonna point to the headless bodies and go, I'm more concerned about what caused that.
Yeah.
You would probably guess from the rather large axes in the hand by the sides of the dead dwarfs that it might very well have been them.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to check this area for traps, and I'll move on to checking the bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, you're sucking all the luck out of the room.
I didn't steal it.
And I think that was supposed to be verbatim shtick.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sticks keep getting taken.
Okay, you don't notice. Okay, you don't notice anything that appears to be any trap mechanisms.
Mm-hmm. Emma's gonna have quotes just kind of fly around, see if he notices anything. And let's see. And perception from the bird, 18.
Okay. You notice that from the looks of it, from the positioning of the bodies, the dwarves are most likely performing a hold trying to hold the line at these steps here before the fighting got particularly intense. In regards to items, the dwarfs are carrying, well, by the side of the dwarfs are a set of rusted and and at least for technicality speaking, broken dwarven war axes. On their arms are again broken tower shields. They're each wearing a rusted and broken suit of full plate. You do, however, note that you've found at least, and the goblins, for the most part, are wearing the same as before, with long swords and chain mail. But you notice one to the back around here, wearing a chain shirt and what is the remains of a longbow.
Okay, Quoth is gonna come back and land on Emma's shoulder, and Emma's gonna turn to Arsk and go, I don't think there are any traps, but from what Quoth was able to see, it looks like there was a battle, and they were trying to hold the line, possibly for an escape.
I hope at least people got away, and he'll start checking the bodies for more potions. And it basically just find it in character what Clothes saw.
And I was going to say, if you want to make any additional perception checks whilst researching the bodies, you can do, because that would.
So we've established there's no traps in here, right?
That's correct. Well, as far as you can see, anyway.
And while this is going on, Emma is going to turn to the big kitty and just go, so, is that thing dangerous?
Nyx looks over at the tiger who's apparently following her and shrugs at Emma. She's like, doesn't seem like it. His name's Rama, I believe.
It's a fucking tiger. Yeah, it's dangerous. Just hopefully not to us.
I will say...
That's what I meant.
Well, I will say, Arsk, you'd have no idea what these things are. Tigers are not native to the continent you're on.
It's that big fucking cat.
Yeah. That's going to be the really confusing things for the goblins when they get to see it. It's sort of, what in the hell is that?
Well, at least for the 5 seconds before they lose, before their throats are ripped out.
Yeah, and Arsk, for your check, you also just say you found 2 vials.
I think I found some more potions.
I'm gonna be right back.
No problem.
Emma will go over and detect magic on the potions.
Okay.
Or on the vials.
Okay. Both vials are indeed magic, but they don't detect they don't feel like this. And one of them feels similar in magic to the first one, but the other feels different.
Emma is gonna point at the one that feels the same as the other. This one might as well be one of the same potion as before. This one is different.
Okay, so Nyx has got a broken longbow and broken chain shirt.
Is the longbow a composite? Is the longbow a composite longbow or a regular longbow?
Regular.
Just wanted to make sure.
Alright. 20 spellcraft on the potion that doesn't feel like the Cure Light Wound potion.
Okay, this is a magical poison.
Emma just goes, be really careful with that. This is a magical poison of some sort.
Yes, it has 2 effects. It will deal a d4 of constitution damage per day once inflicted, and also prevents magical healing and restoration.
Okay, that's just sick and messed up. And Emma is going to relay that information.
He just reaches out. I can think of a few people who will need this.
Yes, and I'm certain they all are in some ways related to. And Emma's going to just kick one of the headless bodies to this crowd.
Oh, absolutely. They'll far more personal.
Yeah, I will say you've not got. I was going to say, it looks like it was probably previously applied to the arrows that were with the longbow, but it looks to have faded from them. And you've probably only got 1 or 2 uses left. What's it in that vial?
Better than nothing.
Yeah, someone did not.
I'll pass. Go ahead.
Someone did not want to ever got hit by these to be going very far.
Who else wants? Who wants the other cure? Who wants the other potion of healing?
I mean, I can take it, I guess.
Emma's going to go, we should probably give it to... gotta scroll up because I can't remember the name. We should probably give it to Arn, and her magic's able to heal. And so it's probably good that we make sure that she stays healed.
I'm fine. I can heal myself.
Exactly. I think it might be better to give it to someone who doesn't have any healing ability, so that way they can take care of themselves.
Emma just shrugs and goes, "Okay."
I'll hand it over to Nyx then, since she requested it.
Okay, and just to say, when you get to this next room where Verbatim is, there are a few more. There are what probably once were goblin bodies, but it's hard to tell because they're next to some very large. They're mostly scorched bone next to some very large scorch marks on the ground.
Okay.
Does that mean the people who went ahead are going to be set on fire?
No.
Chris, I'm not seeing any undead ghosts. Am I?
Not at the moment.
Okay, I was gonna say.
All right.
I'm checking for triggering plays like before.
Yeah.
$23.
Okay, there are.
24.
Yeah, you do find what appear to have been some previously set traps, but they were clearly one use, and they appear to have had some sort of parchment at their center, though you're not sure why. Well, in character, you're not sure why. Basically, these were traps that used a single-use scroll as their that set off a scroll when triggered.
Yeah, we're safe. These are one use only.
Emma's going to look at it upon hearing and to take a look, seeing its parchment.
Yeah.
And is going to try and do a knowledge arcana while looking at the bodies, trying to figure out what scroll was used.
Okay.
Or what the spell would have been.
Okay.
I'm checking these bodies too.
Okay.
That's an 18.
I can roll between 20s and 1s, you know.
Okay. Emma? Yes, these would most likely have used scrolls of fireball. There would have been 2, one here and one here that would have set off simultaneously.
Emma's going to go over there in the vain hope that the scroll might be there.
No, got eaten up in the blast.
You guys just see Emma let out a very audible sigh. That would have been... Those scrolls would have been very useful. And how many bodies were charged?
It's hard to tell because there's quite a few... Because from the amount of carbon scoring on the floor, there might very well have been more, but there's at least a good half dozen with no actual retrievable gear. There may have been more that were
Alright.
closer to the center of the blast that may have been reduced to just plain carbon.
Alright, Emma at least smiles a little bit and goes, well, at least you got a lot of them.
Yes, remote activated scroll traps. Nasty little bit of business. If you could just
Another
scrunch
note for later.
Yeah, if you could scrunch up a bit more, guys, and then I'll move you guys on to the next bit of the map.
Okay. And,
Oh, actually, there's one other thing I should note, actually, which you'll... Well, actually, no, that won't come in till the next bit, so never mind. Was thinking ahead of myself. As they often do. Just make sure I've actually copied the characters rather than...
and while this is being done, I just want to say to the few people watching,
Yeah.
all two of you, thank you so much for watching. Please tell your friends. Let us know if there's anything we can fix, make this better.
Indeed, criticism is always welcome. Well, constructive criticism anyway.
Yes, not constructive criticism will be forgotten.
Or ignored.
Oh, is that still on the... Yes, it is. Okay. So you're in what appears to be a long and narrow corridor. You have gone up quite a bit. You've gone up several flights of stairs, I will say, in the traversal. Let's see. So how far would you be able to see?
What's the light level in the corridor?
It's fairly dark, which is why I'm just... But I don't think there's anyone in the party that doesn't.
I'll cast light on my Warhammer.
Although I will say you also had some bullseye lanterns, so...
Yeah, I'll just cast light on my Warhammer. Good.
Okay.
Chris, I think I'm off the map.
Oh, are you?
I can't see my token.
Right, I'll bring you back. I'll make another copy and bring it over. Sorry, I thought I'd got it, so you would all be in. One of those days. But yes, anyone who has any constructive criticism will be most appreciated.
Thankfully, we just got some.
Nope. Thanks, Nair. I'll work on that one.
Yeah, with groups like this, this audio is always a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
matter what the group.
I can try adjusting my own volume in the Discord and see whether that helps.
Is it a particular person's volume, or is it the whole audio?
I think it's from what Nair's saying, it's individual speakers. Particularly myself. Yeah. Apparently, I need to speak up a bit. Might need to start looking into that, investing in the new mic, actually.
Uh-huh. And thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it.
Okay, so yeah. So it just appears to go straight for now, and it appears to just be a narrow corridor. There are the occasional dwarven and goblinoid body.
Is it safe yet?
I can't tell yet. I'm gonna move a bit ahead of the group and just start checking for traps.
Okay, no
or
problem.
anything. Stay about like 10 feet. Keep about like 10 feet behind me.
Okay.
Is it safe yet?
I'm trying to figure that out.
No,
Is it safe yet?
If you're gonna keep asking me, then I'm not. I'm just gonna make you go first.
Okay. You're not Verbatim, for a guy who likes gnomes, you're not helping their reputation.
He's got a movement speed of 40.
Yeah, that's probably
You-
pretty
you want-
jazzing
you
for a
want
guy
to
who's used to being
move.
half that speed. And so far you aren't. I was going to say, I'm not seeing any perception rolls at the moment. Arask, have you rolled any, or is my roll 20 being slow?
No, I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how you wanted to do this, but yeah, I'll start rolling.
Just roll 1 and that'll be enough. Definitely be enough. Okay, we'll keep that as your average roll and for this bit. And eventually, there are no traps, but you do eventually come to what appears to be a stone wall. But you do notice that there's, well, it would appear to be what you think is meant to appear as a stone wall, but obviously from this side you can clearly see the mechanisms that mark it as a secret door.
I'll try and get that open then.
Oh, you can just open it from this side.
All right, it's safe. We got another door here.
Did someone just play with a sonic screwdriver?
I'm not sure, but it made my ears ring. Ooh, that went through me like a blooming dentist drill.
Ah!
Ow.
Okay, so it wasn't me, wasn't Anna, wasn't Shane. Anyone else got a weird? Anyone else letting go with a player with a D&D player's version of a dog whistle?
Rose,
Not me.
Cat's getting on something.
No, I have myself muted.
Okay.
I heard it too. I'm not sure where it came from.
Ah. All I know
We're
is it's
haunted.
making me see funny. Alright.
All right, I would straight up apologize about that.
Oh, was it on your end, Carbon?
Yeah, fucking. So you know how we're in the hotel,
Yeah.
and one of the other guys came to get the keys to the vehicle, and he just kept hitting my doorbell.
Ah!
That is an
That would-
evil doorbell.
Well,
That is the doorbell of Satan!
there's a switch that says doorbell override, and then he decided that he wanted to turn it on and test it out, so he just kept doing it.
Let him know if I ever meet him. I don't care if he's ex-military. I will get him for it, even if it's just sticking laxatives in his curry.
Yeah.
It'd be nicer than what I'll do to him, as someone who is a high-functioning autistic who is not good with noise.
Same problem here, Anna.
I told him not to do it, man.
Don't worry, we're not holding you accountable. We are simply saying that if we ever meet him, we're going to get him. I have access to ghost chilies and laxatives.
It's all good, man. It's all good. We'll get him drunk tonight.
Fair enough. Ugh. I was going to say, ring that thing. I was going to say, ring that thing whilst he's got a hangover.
No.
Yes.
So it's funny because we're the only ones with a fucking doorbell on the top floor, and then everybody else doesn't have them.
Alright, so I'll just get to revealing the bits you'd be able to see.
Alright.
That's.
Right, so you've come into what appears to have been at one point a fairly luxurious apartment, although most of the trappings seem to have either faded or near rotted.
It's still a 5-star hotel for us.
Oh yeah, I mean it's for one thing, it's more room than you've had access to in ages. So if you just come on through, there doesn't appear to be any. There does appear there are There are a few, again, goblin and dwarven corpses, but none of them seem to be. But again, they all seem to be too damaged to have reanimated. You all.
Emma's gonna have Quoth just kind of fly around, perceive for anything that might be interesting.
Okay,
Yep, I'm still looking around too.
not a problem.
Verboten just zips around everywhere.
And I will say that Nyx, I'm fairly sure that Rama's going to be drawn straight to this, which is a trough of what appears to be fresh water.
The thing in the middle?
Yeah.
Yep. And she'll actually kind of follow behind him.
Yeah, fair enough. You'll notice as you get closer, that you can hear it as well as see it, that the water actually appears to be flowing.
Alright, I'm gonna check this thing out then. And she's also gonna excitedly tell the others, guys, come here. Running water.
Emma's gonna look over and knowledge engineering check.
Okay.
For how that would work, so that's 17 knowledge engineering.
This is most likely an aqueduct system of some variety that's still working off underground rivers. Oh, and with Quoth search, by the way, he would have noticed that there is there's another secret door of some variety here.
Hold on, I kind of zoomed into the party.
Okay, no problem.
So where's the other secret door?
There.
Okay. Quoth is gonna fly over to where the secret door is,
Yeah.
and just kind of start squawking, "Never! Never!"
I will also say to the rest of you, this is probably the freshest water. The water in the trough is also probably fresher than most of the stuff you've had access to.
Yeah, Emma is just drinking it and looks up, notices Quoth kind of fluttering over there, and goes, "Quoth found a secret door." Glug, glug, glug.
Yeah, I did remove that bit, didn't I? So, and just to say, just down here is another set of brass doors similar to the ones that you came in through when you first started the area.
To the other rooms and then just make his way to this other door.
Okay, so it's just this stone wall here. Okay, so Quoth is basically flapping right in front of what appears to be some sort of keyhole mechanism. Verbatim, you're in what appears to have been at one point a display gallery of some variety. Although all the stands have had their glass cases smashed and the contents removed.
Oh, that's annoying.
Is there anything written, like, under the display cases?
No, it was. No, it would have most likely been more of a personal sort of trophy room sort of thing rather than a museum-style display case.
Alright.
Eris was trying to get that secret door open.
Unfortunately, you're not able to.
I can't get this thing.
As you get close, you notice that it appears to be as you get a closer look, you notice that it looks like it's linked to a signet ring of some variety, most likely, from the shape of the indent.
I'll keep an eye out for any rings these corpses may be wearing.
Quoth will kind of start looking for anything shiny as well.
I'm gonna make another roll to see if I can spot anything.
I try.
Yeah. Person. 26 from Quoth to find a ring.
No, you do not spot any rings on any of the corpses. I will gladly provide the upper story of this map later if you want to explore that, but it's chiefly what appears to be bed chambers, although the beds have rotted away to nothing.
Is there anything weird about this door, Chris?
It's currently locked, but you could easily unlock it.
I can see lock it.
Yeah, it's locked from this side, basically, so it'd be a case of just twisting a couple of things and lifting the bars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so do you wanting to head through?
Yep.
No, I'm not heading
Emma's
through. I'm just
gonna
unlocking
make for
it.
going upstairs and ask the others. Anyone want to come and help me try and find the ring? There may be something useful behind the door.
I will say, I will say that Quoth, I will say from Quoth's check there weren't any corpses upstairs as well. I'm happy to give you that.
Darn it. Emma's gonna do a knowledge engineering check on the door to see if there's a way to open it without the signet ring.
Okay.
15.
Okay, you think if it's a purely mechanical mechanism, there should be, if you can find something of a similar sort of shape, that you should be able to create sort of a facsimile effect, but at the same time you know that a lot of dwarves put runic magic into their more secure facilities.
Emma will cast detect magic on the door.
Yes, there is magic as part of the lock.
Okay.
Meaning that most likely, unless you can find the signet ring, that it won't open.
Emma, we still got plenty. Sorry.
She's gonna cast a spellcraft because magic. She now has magic and she wants to know all of it.
Okay.
Emma, let's keep checking the rest of this place out before we start busting through that.
And that's a 29 spellcraft.
Okay, it's got a couple of different spells on there. The first is a variation. First is a variation of magic lock combined with hold portal. And the second is for something in case someone tries inserting a facsimile of the signet ring in, which has a rather which is designed to give a maximized shocking grasp to the would-be thief.
Ow! That sounds painful.
Emma turns to Arisk and says, "There's a lot of magic protecting whatever's in here."
Yeah, which is why I'm not going to. I had a feeling, which is why I'm not going to bother busting that thing down until we find the ring.
Okay.
Yeah, and Puppy is being supportive of that idea, apparently. Yeah, guys, sorry. I have a big fluffy dog who is smelling pizza.
I'm gonna go ahead and open this door now.
And okay, so you're opening the door. If you guys could group together, and I'll transfer you over to the next map.
Did verbatim find anything?
Mainly he's the one who was unfortunately no, because the area he'd been inspecting have mostly been raided or rotted away.
He jumped in
See
the
last
water.
that I put in there?
Didn't realize you were actually planning to jump in. I thought I was just moving. Oh, in which case, you've made another perception check since. You notice that there's a tunnel flowing through, and you notice that the water is moving faster than you were expecting, and you might want to make a quick strength check for me. Because you will fit through the hole that the water's flowing through.
Bye, guys.
And there goes our first character death.
Okay, I'm gonna give you. Okay, make me a reflex save. Okay, you're able to snag the edge of it before being the edge of the trough without being swept away.
Blub, blub. Little help. Blub, blub.
We'll go over and help fish him out of the water.
Yeah, Nyx will reach down in the water too.
Okay, between the two of you, you're able to hoist him out. You now have a bedraggled gnome.
Are we gonna have to put a laser on you?
Emma will sigh
Maybe.
and prestidigitation him dry.
No ring in there. Not that I found anyway. Although there is a tunnel.
And probably part of the aqueduct then.
More likely.
Okay.
Emma will detect magic in at the trough though. See if there's anything.
No magic. There is. Well, actually, no. There is a basic purify water magic that appears to be worked into the stonework.
Okay. And again, just before leaving, Emma's just gonna hush puppy. Emma's just gonna cast detect magic on in every room just to make sure.
No, there are no other magic items. Okay, I'm just gonna move Argon, go over and down, and then I'll.
Yeah, she really wants that whatever's in that vault, guys.
And now we see why she has a raven familiar.
Shinies. That's a big one.
Yeah, this is one of the bigger maps.
Ooh, that's a big map.
Yeah. Yes, you come into an ornate hall lit by glowing runes.
Emma's gonna look at the runes. Do they say anything in particular?
It's the dwarven rune for light.
They say Corlin was here.
And is gonna spellcraft the runes to see if it's the light spell, which is what she's thinking.
Okay. Yes, it's
28.
Yes, a permanent. It's an enchanted variant of the light spell that's being used every so often to keep the room lit with natural light. Well, semi-natural light.
Stepping forward, still checking around for stuff.
Okay. You do not find any traps. And strangely, you don't actually see any. You don't see any bodies nearby to this part either, which is odd because you have seen them littered about everywhere so far.
No bodies, surprisingly. Hopefully that's a good thing.
I don't know. It seems kind of odd that we don't see bodies in here, but there have been bodies in the other room. Hallway.
Yeah, it's a little concerning.
Okay. Oh, and right. When you get to where you are, Arusk, you hear a voice speaking in a language you do not recognize. Well, you've heard Emma speak it, but you don't recognize any of the words yourself.
Emma, come here.
And as you're looking around, you notice
Yes?
someone standing in front of the ornate stone chair at the center of this hall. It's a... Well, this is what you see, or the face of the one you see. It's a woman it's a female dwarf with long braids, standing there in the most ornate suit of full plate you've ever seen. However, she is, well, as it shows, almost emerald in colour and partially translucent.
Knowledge roll for this?
Either knowledge religion or knowledge arcana.
Let's go with Arcana, just because I have 10 in that instead of 6.
Okay.
Before I make the roll, would I be seeing this right here?
You'd have to be... Yeah, you'd be able to see her from there. And yes,
Okay.
And Aaron, you can make the knowledge religion check if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, you would both have enough to know that this is a ghost. Emma, what she is saying is, who dares intrude in the heart of the mountain? What scum would desecrate our last stand? And upon saying Aaron, when you look at the hall here, every space that everyone else would see as free, you see the ghost of a dwarven warrior.
Wait, bring it again?
You are the only one who can see this, but the hall here. So
Okay.
this bit with the six in between, this bit with the pillars, all that is filled with the spirits of dwarven warriors.
Dwarven warriors. I'm just gonna calmly, non-aggressively be like, guys, I don't know if you're seeing this or not. There is a lot of dwarven warriors in the center of that hall.
Eris just raised.
Are you actually doing, just to ask Babatim, are you actually moving to there?
Yeah, he's coming over to see what everyone's talking about.
Yeah,
Okay,
Eris would probably
actually,
stop you before you got too close.
I was gonna say you would probably notice her from. You'd probably be able to see her from about there. So would you still keep moving towards her, or?
The ghost is over there, visible to me.
The ghost woman. I'll put a token in, that way it'll be easier.
Okay.
And then you can
Emma
decide
is
when
gonna
you would.
be.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a final position once I can actually get the token to deploy, which for some reason it isn't, or has it?
Yeah, it has. It's right here.
Okay, that's... really? I can't see it. Ah, there she is.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to have to... Advanced, destroying... Yeah, so I'm guessing you would have probably stopped about there, would you, Verbatim, or...?
Yeah, as soon as I actually saw her.
Ah, just checking.
It would have been like, oh!
Alright, Emma's gonna is gonna look to our dwarven paladin and go, "You're able to understand her, right? I'm not very good at talking to people."
All right.
Eris just he dismisses his weapon. He just attempts to look as non-threatening as possible.
And Emma just kind of calls out to Emma just kind of smiles and says to the group, "Don't do anything stupid."
I wasn't when I saw the army of ghosts.
Erin's also gonna repeat herself again and be like, "Guys, stop moving around. There is a bunch of warriors in this room."
Yeah, Emma will go up and
Aaron,
just
make
go,
me a quick spellcraft check.
"Okay."
Oh God! Wait, Aaron or
Aaron, yeah. Yes, our half-elf cleric.
Alright.
So,
Unfortunately... Oh, no ranks in it.
yeah, I have no ranks in that. That's
Okay, okay, what do you have ranks in to ask?
like knowledge and heal checks, stuff like that. Like I didn't take any spellcraft stuff.
Okay, right. Okay, if you want... Okay, I'm just going to... Okay, if you want, you can just... Yeah, we're just going to have to do it as... Okay, you can effectively reveal the army of ghosts to them. So yes, whilst I won't flood the screen, yes. In every square, sort of from here down to here, there are dwarves in various types of armor, all holding various weapons.
Funsies!
Wow. So what are you doing with all those guys?
Emma's gonna look to male or female? I can't. It's female, correct?
Yes.
Female, yeah.
Yes, dwarven woman.
Yeah, is gonna look toward the glowing lady who looks like she could possibly break Emma in half.
Right.
And just go, I am very sorry. And this is in Dwarven, by the way.
Yeah.
And if anyone else knows Dwarven and wants to help, please do, because I have no ranks in anything relating to diplomacy.
Eris, go ahead.
I do apologize for intruding. Me and my friends, we are, well, I think hopefully soon the term can be word. Slaves of the High Goblins, and...
High Goblins? What do you speak of, lass?
Emma's gonna describe the hobgoblins.
Yeah. Hobgoblins? Those bastards call themselves High Goblins now, do they? Always were arrogant bastards.
Yes, and we were slaves. But, does Emma know the history since she has knowledge of everything?
Yeah, you could make
Of
me a quick
what
knowledge,
happens.
you could make me a quick knowledge history check and speak more directly.
Yeah, because right now it's kind of a, I have no idea what the hell I'm saying!
Okay, that's not bad.
Eris will.
Alright, 23!
Okay, you can recognize her. This is Queen Marwyn of Delgern, the golden grace of the Steel Mountain Hold.
And how long ago would that have been since, from now?
Whilst the records are shaky, it would have been during she would have been the last ruler during the Age of Heroes after the death of her husband.
Okay. Marvin, right?
Yeah, Marwyn. I was gonna say, you can see it in I've renamed her so you can see it now in the NPC section.
Yay! Emma's going to bow and say, please forgive me, Queen Marwyn of Delgrin. I needed to think a moment before recognizing who you were.
So our tale is still so this tale of our fight made it past the walls even after we sealed them?
Emma shakes her head of, no, unfortunately not. We snuck in here upon hearing that there was a collapse of fellow slaves who are miners.
Wait,
One of them was a friend of my brother's.
Wait, hold, lass. There's a hobgoblin slave camp this close to the mountain.
Emma nods. Yes, me and she'll point to and what is the name of our dwarf? He has not really done much, so I cannot remember.
Govern.
Govrin?
Govrin.
Govrin, alright. And she'll point to Govrin. He and I mine in the area. Actually, it's one of the main mining tunnels led to... And she'll repeat the words on the golden door.
Wait, the passage of sanctuary? And it was covered in dirt? How long have we waited here? How long have we been dead? Do you know that girl?
Based on that history check, what would the dates have been? Because how long has been the Age of Heroes?
You would reckon it's been at least 2,000 years, probably closer to 2,200.
Emma goes, around 2,200 years, as near as I can reckon. The old gods are gone.
Aye, they were gone in my time, but we were fighting against... Oh, by the fallen gods, those dark bastards won.
Emma sadly nods. But there may be some hope, as when we snuck into the newest mining area. And Emma would have enough knowledge now to know that they were shards of divinity, correct? Or is she gonna have to make
you would have got that instantly. The only reason, basically, you know everything, you just have to check with yourself to realise you know it at the moment.
Yeah, my brain is math. Emma goes, me and my friends, when we snuck in, we found some shards of divinity.
Shards of divinity? What be they, lass?
Eros will say in common, just trying to switch this over for everyone's easiness. They use everyone else. They gave us unique powers, and he'll summon his rapier again. Then immediately dismisses to show that he's not trying to fight.
So, the powers of the gods reincarnate, and she'll switch to common as well, which people will begin to understand. So, the powers of the gods reborn. And to think, you managed to find my hold. Now that's a rare and precious chance.
And they are, and Emma's just gonna look around and go, and they are beautiful.
Aye, but, well, I think there can be a deal struck here. There are still, with the fall of the gods, there was no one to process the spirits. So many of the goblins we slew and trapped in here to die when we sealed the halls have reanimated as undead. Meanwhile, our spirits are trapped here whilst our halls are so polluted. Later rest the goblins the dead goblins desecrating our halls, and I will grant you control of the magics and legal and then of the magics of this hall, and grant it to you as sanctuary.
You broke up a little bit there, Chris.
Oh, sorry.
At least on my end. Not sure about anyone else.
A little bit, but I got the gist of it.
Okay, I'll lay waste to the undead goblins tarnishing this hall, and I will grant you control, and I will grant it you as sanctuary, and grant one of you control of the magics here within.
Upon hearing control the magics, Emma kind of perks up like, magic? Yay, more magic! And asks, and again, she's still speaking Dwarven because in her mind, everything sounds the same.
Right.
Emma, we switch to common.
Emma just turns and goes, I wasn't speaking common?
No, you weren't. We could barely understand. I had to step in so the rest of us could understand it.
Oh.
To which the little gnome, I understand you're a curious one, but back away from. But yes, I was going to say you're getting a bit close to the queen for her liking.
We haven't been able to get him a leash yet, sadly.
Oh, okay, fine.
Emma will ask,
2,000 years, you'd think.
where can we find the goblin?
They're scattered throughout the halls. Most common places we found them were the main process for the aqueducts and the smithy.
We did manage to clear out some coming this way. Just point us to the other areas.
I felt their passings. Right. I was going to say there is going to be a full map for you guys to explore later because I have got a fair bit, but for the moment I've just been preparing the areas I knew I was planning to. I was planning to use, so I am just going to fast forward you guys to. There'll be a couple of checks, but I'll just fast forward you so you can get to the actual areas where you're supposed to be, and then give you a chance to fully explore later.
Copy.
Mainly because
It works.
Mainly because I only had so much time to make maps today, and I only managed to get hold of these particular maps today. So, if people could make me either... I was going to say, yeah, if anyone who has it could make a survival check.
I do not.
Well, Verbatim's leading.
The hunter got lower survival than the bard.
Well, apparently the speedy gnome is leading the way. Unsurprising. As the gnome bard apparently has no patience. Then again, what am I saying? It's a gnome. What am I expecting?
Alright, so clump up.
Yeah, just be a second.
I just realized none of our main melees have been able to hit anything.
I haven't even gotten to my turn yet.
Well, to be fair, it's undead, and we've got someone who can do more than the initial one's max hit points.
What?
Yeah, I know. We got a cleric. Would be nice to have a chance to.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to hit it
always
once, but it didn't work, so I changed it up.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna waste my time.
true.
Oh, and by the way, does anyone have mending?
I do.
Anyone have what?
Mending.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I was just thinking, you've got a bunch of broken gear you could be repairing up before you head out.
I mean, I am a smith, so.
Yeah, but you need a forge for that.
Emma
I
cast
understand that.
mending on the various broken items.
It'll take a
That's
couple of
just-
castings per item, but yeah, you can end up with, either working gear. They will also mention where you can go and pick up a couple more items if you need to. She says that at the moment the armory's under lockdown, but but you can probably pick up enough arrows and stuff that it won't be a problem for Nyx's archery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is the
And
armory
next,
the
your bow is fixed.
signet ring?
There is an armory, but it is currently under lockdown.
Emma smiles and goes, "The secret door back there? Yeah, we found it."
Oh, that's not the. Oh, you found that. That's not. You found that. That's impressive, lass. That's not the armory, though. That's a treasure of the dwarven clans we couldn't risk moving.
Oh, then I'm glad we couldn't get that thing open then.
Oh, it'd be an interesting attempt. Particularly,
Yeah,
Electrifying, even.
indeed. Ah, so you spotted the magic. Impressive work.
Emma nods and lists all the spells that were there.
Didn't. Oh, some of them had stopped working, or someone tried breaking in and got hit already.
No, no one. Doesn't look like anyone tried to get in.
That's because there was a one-shot built-in maximized cone of cold built in there.
Oh, so someone did.
Someone tried.
And apparently died.
I'd presume so. These goblins weren't that tough.
Hmm.
Well, it was cast by. Well, it was the last use of the last vestige of an old divine artifact we had handy to put that last protection on there.
I managed to screw it up for thousands of years, so at least it remains safe.
Well, safe as it can be with it being this close to a bloody goblin encampment. Oh, it's going to be good to see them gotten rid of.
Oh, trust me, once we get this place taken care of, we'll be returning to the camp for a little retribution.
Good. Make them suffer.
Happily.
Emma points to the crescent moon scar on her face. I got many more like this to pay them.
Sorry to hear that, lass. I truly am. Okay, and now that that one's ready, I can get you copied over and.
Looks like we're missing one in the bunch up.
Yeah, Alex needs to move his character.
I was gonna say, Alex, you there still, dude? You've been awful quiet. Oh, he's muted. Dark Ale, by the way, if you haven't realised, you're muted. Maybe you have to step away for a second. I forgot he was on touch. Press to talk.
Well, to the next map.
Yeah, to the next map. Hopefully he wakes up by the time it's time for his turn in combat.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular marching order to ask?
Nope.
I'll
Right.
probably be stealthy and scouting ahead.
Right. We'd probably have our mage and archer towards the back.
Yep.
Nick, is that okay with you?
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
And there.
I'm still.
Okay, random pop-ups. Gotta love when that happens.
Yeah, because I'm still on the last map. I'm not sure if
I'm just transferring. I'm just rearranging stuff before people get in. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Quoth will be next to Emma.
Well, I've got him in front for now, just because I've only got so much space.
Okay.
And yeah, you can notice some goblins straight away shambling about.
All right, I'm going to, since I'm going to be up there first, I'll probably take a shot at the closest goblin. Take them out. Maybe spring into combat. I got to hold on because I've never made a light crossbow macro.
Yeah, hang on. I'll double check your ability there, dude. I'm not sure if you can. When I sent to you, I pinned it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's any weapon. I was just double checking there. For some reason, I thought it was just any melee.
Yeah, nope, not this time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll just do this in chat then.
Okay.
Probably gonna immediately switch back to switch back to my rapier.
Okay, so yeah, just roll your attack and then feel free to switch.
Fuck's sake, come on! 2 7s in a row.
Yeah, and for some reason I'm getting delays on when the rolls are arriving. Vabatin, did you highlight your character sheet? Because it's not showing up in the...
I see it.
Oh, okay, so it's just mine that's... Yeah, there it is. Okay, I've got a bit of a delay, apparently. Always fun.
Guessing a 10 doesn't hit?
No, it doesn't, sorry.
Sorry, I'll switch back now. Then I'll switch back to my rapier then, or just on my turn, whatever works.
I'd say do that on your I'd say do that on your turn, but it's only a swift action, so it's not like it's a major problem.
Yep, it's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how long? And has it been an hour yet since we last fought the undead creature? Since we last fought the undead?
Yeah, it probably would be. Yeah, but you could have created. But I'll say that if you want to have, we're expecting going into the fight, you could have bolstered up your effect again.
Yeah, she would have.
Not sure what the delay is with mine, but and now it's not delaying because it loves making me look like an idiot. Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely acting a bit sluggish for me.
Mm-hmm.
Could that be the problem? Trying to close down as many things as I can to see if that speeds things up a bit. Okay, Nix, you're up first. Which means so is Rama.
Well, he's going after this one.
Okay.
Closest.
Fair enough. I say that's more than a 5-foot move, so
Yeah, I know.
would provoke an attack of opportunity.
So
but you hit.
Wait, is he behind a wall? No, wait, that's a doorway. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And 12 does nowhere near hit Rama.
Nope. And Nyx can't really. I mean, hang on. Let me just make sure. Yeah, she really can't do anything from where she's at, so she's gonna wait until everybody else. She's gonna basically not do anything and wait until everybody else moves.
Okay, the thing is
You
still
can move
standing.
for allies.
Well, it's looking distinctly ropey. Okay, so now that one will move. And that's as far as it can get. Well, it can make a double move, so... 1, 2... Yeah, it's going to try and flank Rama.
I don't think that makes things easier for me, so.
That one's just going to take a 5-foot step and attack. And no way does a 6 hit Arusk. So now it's up to Emma.
Okay. On this guy here, Emma is going to cast Disrupt Undead.
Which I believe is a d6 of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a ranged touch or... Hang on.
Range touch, 25 feet.
Yeah, so more than easy enough then.
Yeah, that's why I said it was easier. I was going to move so I could see the other guy.
So that's a... Was the cast level check meant to be the... attack roll,
Wait.
or... Have you not rolled?
Darn it.
Whenever you roll the spell and hit the button for the spell, it automatically does
it's,
all that information.
Oh no, it's yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it'd be a hit, as far as I can tell.
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah,
that's
no, I
right.
can't find the damage. I think the 4's the damage.
Looks like we lost Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'll talk to him later.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll.
I do apologize, because I never used these macros before, so.
Yeah,
roll.
basically they just give you the spell description and do the concentration checks and SR checks automatically. So you need to make the ranged attack.
Alright, so
Alright, so.
that'd be a d20 plus your base attack modifier plus your dex. I mean, d20
Yeah.
plus dex plus base attack.
Yeah.
You can also just roll ranged under your attacks.
It misses.
Yeah.
Unless. I don't think 5 hits even touch.
No. It does have lower than average, but no. Arusk, you're up.
I'm going to acrobat. I'm going to use my acrobatics to try and get around into flanking with the Southmouth Undead.
Oh, and I suppose I should, since he's not rolled, I suppose I should also roll for Govran, or should it? Let's see then. Just double check his character sheet. So it'd just be a +1.
I think I can get into flanking safely.
Let you know as soon as I can actually see the result.
24.
Oh yeah, then easily.
Left action, change my crossbow to a rapier,
Okay.
and I stab.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I just come through and just put my sword through the back of its skull. 17 to hit for 11 damage.
Of course, it's a sneak attack. And yep, that's... And down it goes.
That's it.
Right, and then I'll get to just... Actually, I'll introduce Govern at the next round, because just to save a bit of time. So, Verbatin, you're up.
And he starts Bard Song.
Okay then. So, one bardic performance, I'm guessing Inspire Courage?
Yep.
Right, sure. Aaron, you're up.
Come up in and swing.
Oh, another positive energy?
No. So 16 to hit.
That kind of joke, Arosk. I don't need that kind of stress again. And yeah, that hit. And Aaron, yeah, that hits. Dead on. Crunch. Still standing, but... Yeah, that's quite the heavy hit. Oh, and I can remove that one from the actual roster because it's dead. And
It became mush.
not a fine powder, but I. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah. Okay, we're back to the top of the round, so I will just add in our dear Paladin. Okay. Nyx, you're up. Plenty of targets now.
Yeah.
And
she's gonna just... She's just gonna shoot at the one that's basically right in front of her.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, no.
So does this mean you shot the paladin in the ass?
No, it doesn't. I am not. I am not that cruel. Besides, he's short enough that she can aim over his head.
Also, make sure you guys are adding inspiring.
Yep, I got it on there.
Yep, just added it to the macro.
And Rana is just gonna turn around and attack the one that's behind him.
Okay.
Full around attack, I should say.
I will say he doesn't need to go past the first.
Good kitty.
Oh, and that's that one dead. Oh. This one's going to 5-foot step. And attack Well, they tackle check. And probably trying to attack Govran, who I'm guessing will have upgraded to one of the suits of full plate that they found and had repaired.
I am certain.
You'd be a bit bonkers not to in this situation, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. I love you. I love you.
Alright, that was a bit more than I expected to hear over it.
TMI?
Yep.
Puppy was sitting there giving me moral support, so I was kissing her head. Good puppy.
Sounds awful odd over a podcast. I'm almost certain.
And I probably just created a very disturbing fanfiction.
Let's hope not. Although that would mean we've got enough people interested in the thing that we've got fanfiction writers. And he misses.
Right.
And the undead misses.
Okay.
So now it's Govran's turn. Now, better question. Did he have any attack macros made, or am I just going to be winging it?
It should be easy enough, even without the macros.
Oh, this is true.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, no, he's... Yeah, he's got... Oh, and he's got power. And, yeah, he'll be going for a powerful strike with the maul.
It falls a 1!
Seriously? God. Yep, he drops his maul. I should not ghost characters. Their look goes right out the window.
Macros are a bit off anyway. He doesn't have any base attack bonus added.
No.
Never mind. I keep the power attack. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a minus. I was gonna say it's basically a -1 from the.
Alright.
I think that should have gone to should go to Emma and hopefully we'll stay there. Otherwise, it's gone one past. And I've goofed. But yeah, Emma. So your turn.
Alrighty, let's. Alright, I think I got the things kinked out. So, another Disrupt Undead. Oh, come on.
You having roll 20 lag as well?
Yep. Hmm.
And if we end up with that many, I'll be shocked. Although I think Anna would. Although I think Emma's player would be. Although I think Anna would be more disturbed.
Alright, let's.
So that's your general spell again, but no attack.
Darn it, the damage macro didn't go off. Forgot.
Did the to hit roll for that matter? Because I'm only seeing a cast level check and an overcome on SR check.
Yeah, range touch range should be. I'm gonna try to create attack mode. See if this works.
Joys of roll 20, folks. And trying to figure out how things work.
No, these the attacks on roll 20 are not working.
Oh joy.
We'll try the spell one more time and then I'll just do range touch.
It is working.
Darn it, I want this to work!
No,
Work, damn you!
Stop. Listen, it is working. Your attack roll is the 8.
No, I mean the whole macro for have it attack and show stuff. Can't get to work.
What do you mean?
I really want it to work.
It's supposed to also, if you notice, there's a roll damage aspect, and that's not for some reason roll drive.
Because okay, here's why. She needs to take off the slash and take out the slash roll and do double brackets.
Correct.
Double bracket D1D6?
Yes. And then it'll work.
Okay.
I will say nothing as I know nothing of macro ease.
And no, it didn't work.
Alright, let me think for a second.
But I'll just go ahead and roll the attack. There's the ranged touch attack. I'm certain 19 hits.
Yeah. So roll your d6 of damage.
And Bardic Performance is up, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so it's +1. That's a 7!
Woof. And Verbatim, you're up. No luck with the Warhammer, unfortunately. But at least
Borrow the Warhammer. Borrow the Warhammer. That's a new sight.
Well, he was an engineer. So
it's what he gave me.
I said you could pick one up because it's one of the weapons you've got viable that would have been that you could have picked up from the tool shed on the way through the mine.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did get big hammers, and for a gnome, it would be a warhammer.
Oh no, I'd have been able to pick up a small sized warhammer because they. But yeah, so Arusk, you're up.
I'm going to acrobatics the ground so I can get in flanking with Aaron.
Okay. Yeah,
23. Good, I wasn't sure if you were still lagging out.
Alright, I'm back.
It's varying. Oh, is that Alex back?
No.
Alright.
That's it.
And as soon as I mentioned it, yeah, unfortunately, unfortunately, that's going to be a miss.
End of turn.
Yeah. Aaron, you're up with a new +2 to attack rolls. At least on one of them.
+2.
Yeah, from flanking.
Oh.
Well, if you attack that one,
anyway. Yeah. Go ahead. Give me 1 sec. Let me add that as another buff. Ugh. Alright. And I'm going to smack it with another Warhammer.
And, sorry, since I missed your question earlier, there is a forge in the Dwarven Keep, but it's currently infested with undead, so I didn't want to be using that at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that factors in the...
That factors in everything, yeah.
In which case, that'd be a miss.
Yeah. I rolled like shit. End turn.
Okay. Now it's the turn of the undead. So it's going to take a swing at the one who's taken the most recent swing at it, Aaron. And miss horribly.
Sure.
Nix, you're up. And feel free to have Rama just move over the corpses of the undead. That'll hit whichever one of the two you're aiming at. Okay. Still standing, if barely. And that thing is dead. Itty bitty chunks of goblin.
Good kitty.
Right. It's going to attempt to attack Govran again because it's not been attacked by anyone else. And misses horribly. That seems to be the general theme of the night, doesn't it? And misses horribly.
Oh, yep.
Should happen.
Yes, the Roll20 gods are beat. Apparently the Roll20 dice gods didn't like the cracks we were making at them earlier. And still a miss. Oh, we would have had to move to pick that up anyway, but they're in the same square, so yeah, that means the thing gets another attempt. I'm just getting something. Hit, but no confirm. From the skeleton. The skeleton gets to do damage. What next?
Oh, fun.
Six damage. Emma, you're up.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother with that macro anymore. I'll try and fix it later.
Right.
And range touch.
That hit.
And that's not counting in bardic performance, so yep.
Well, it hit anyway.
This one. Okay. 7 damage to this guy.
And it drops. Rapidly decomposing as it does so.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I will remove the goblins from the initiative. But I will keep the initiative up until you get to the next bit of combat. Because obviously we are expecting another bit of combat, so I'm expecting that you would stay sort of battle prepared sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, want to try west or south?
Oh, there's actually another way. Just give me a second to reveal it, just because.
All right. Let's say perhaps let's head north, so that way we could just sort of sleep around the area, circle around it.
North it is.
And I'm going to go back to stealth and scout ahead.
No problem. Make a stealth check. Nah, I completely get where you're coming from. And dear God, the amount of alerts I'm getting about drop frame rates.
All right, verbatim, I'll turn to Ray-Ban and go, I'll take left tunnel, you take right.
Okay.
I'll peek my head around the corner.
Okay.
We're back in waves.
Just measuring how far you'd be able to see.
60 feet dark vision.
I know that.
Same.
I'm measuring out the 60 feet, that's all. Well, I will do as soon as the ruler decides it wants to work for me.
wherever you're at right now is 45.
Alright, so yeah, you'd be able to see it that far, okay. Kind of love when the person who's playing is the one who... The person who's acting as the GM is the one who can't see anything, haven't you?
I'm just surprised my internet hasn't cut out yet. To be
Apparently-
honest.
Apparently, on the others, it sounds like it's doing semi-alright. Yeah, you'd definitely be able to see that, and... hold on. In here and here, you can see what appears to be the rotted remains of water barrels.
All right, water barrels to the north. Undead to the west. Then.
Yeah.
I'll call the others forward and say there's some undead to the left. I'll try and lure them into this hallway so we can funnel them to us.
Okay.
All right. Well, if he's gonna do that, I'm gonna get on the other side.
Okay.
There's nothing back here.
There'd be more of the rotting water There'd be more of the rotted out water barrels. I did say that there were some there. Okay. Well, once you get this started, I'll roll for initiative for those two, and then... I'm surprised you're not just trying to...
The watered out... Do the watered out water barrels take up the whole area?
Not enough. You could still. There's enough that you could stand in. They're cleared out enough. They're mushed down enough that you could stand in the areas.
Come on. 7. I'm just gonna back up.
Okay, that zooms past their heads, but it does get their attention enough to have them start coming towards you.
Verbatim, get into the tunnels.
I'm already a disrupt undead for the first undead to get right here, right within range.
Okay.
Are we rolling initiative?
No, we've kept the old initiatives, which is why I'm just...
Oh, okay.
As I said, I figured you're still expecting more undead, so I figured you'd keep the old initiatives as a state of battle readiness.
Gotcha.
I believe that would be within range of... Not quite, sorry,
Yeah, need right here. Yep, there we go.
Pew pew pew.
And a disrupt undead. I'm pretty sure 22 hits touch.
Yeah, it does. Look, if a 10 does, I think a 22 does. And if not, we've got serious problems with my maths.
And that's a 1 point of necrotic damage.
Not necrotic, we are not playing D&D 5th.
Yeah.
And why would necrotic work anyway? Surely it would be radiant.
Well, no, according to the spell description, it's necromancy.
Fair enough. Why is the health not adjusted? Oh, now it has.
Yeah, it's the necromancy school. So it is positive energy, so...
Okay, so now we get around to. Well, keep. I was gonna say, yeah. So, anyone? So, Nix, do you want to delay for? Oh, I should move him up as well, shouldn't
Um. No, she'll just ready an arrow for the first one to come through, but. Oh, shoot. Rama.
Don't worry, Rama will get his due in a little bit. He's well, not that he hasn't already been.
Yeah, she's gonna have him stay where he's at for right now.
Okay. Govram will similarly prepare his. And then Emma again.
Okay. Same thing as before.
Okay. Roll. That's still a hit.
Long live touch. Okay.
Yeah. And
that's 2. And once again, Emma just hooks her head out, points her arm, and zoop! All the while trying not to bash the gnome in the head.
Alright, Arusk? Or are you delaying?
I'm delaying my turn.
Okay, fair enough. Basically for when they walk by?
Yep. Until end of flanking.
Yes. Pretty much Emma and Verbith are the lures right now.
So, yeah, I was going to say, Verbatim, you're up.
Verbatim turns around, bends over, slaps his butt, says, "Come and get it!"
Anything else?
Then he's going to ready in action for when they approach. He'll swing his hammer.
Okay. Aaron, are you waiting for when they get closer as well, or?
Correct.
Okay, we'll just move that to there. It's going to move up to there. And then all the fireworks go off.
Yep, it is into the kill zone.
Alright, so, well, since it would have been first anyway, so, yeah. That's a hit, 3 damage. You're flanking, so you get your...
Yeah, I know, I hit the wrong macro.
Just roll a d6 then. Okay, and Aaron?
Yep.
And down it goes. Now... It's going to attempt to attack, but has an even lower AC now. Because it's charging.
And probably heroics if you attack some opportunities.
Yeah, if anyone with attacks of opportunity, feel free to take a swing.
Come on, can I stop rolling ones?
At least yours just disappears. And with that, and it doesn't even get past Aaron.
It just goes splat. Pile of undead goblin gook.
Did I mention I don't like undead?
I think that's just a generally accepted thing.
Not too many people do like undead. I think they're the occasional necrophilia or whatever it is.
You know, I respect them, just not in this manner.
I'd have to agree with you.
Same.
Okay. And again, Emma's just gonna hang in the back while stealthy people go and do stealthy things.
Okay, if you just make me a quick stealth check, you two.
There you go. You didn't roll a 1 that time.
I almost did.
And there we go.
Oh, that's the big map.
Yeah, at least, but it's like at least there are only a few undead.
Just a few.
To be fair, you're level 1s, even if you have got extras. I think if I filled it full of undead, I think that might be considered git GMing.
Alright. I'll take another shot. I'll take.
Okay,
go ahead.
No problem. Oh, Carbon, if you've got to go, that's not a problem, dude. We can wrap it up.
No,
here
you know,
and
I got some time. Just letting you.
Okay, we'll finish off this combat and then wrap it up there.
Okay.
That way I can prepare the rest of the maps for the big area for you. So you can actually have a bit of an explore and see what you've gone through so far.
Right. I'm guessing same plan as before, and I'll take a shot at the closest undead.
Oh, you're luring them back in through the tunnels again?
Yep.
Why do I get the feeling I've just created an MMO moment?
A little bit.
And none of us have screamed Leroy Jenkins yet.
And like it has been, it misses.
You're supposed to put the arrow in the bow.
I know what to do, but this thing is still getting used to this thing.
Hang on a second. I'm just gonna... Hold on. Let's see if I can re-scramble it again.
No need. Play it out.
Okay. That should hopefully get us back to a bit more normal. I hope.
E11 damage.
Okay, so you've basically squat that one. Was it that one you're aiming for?
Yep. This is one.
What makes my first roll a bit of a null and void?
And squish. Lots of squish. Boy, Rock could really just... How many more channel energies does Aaron have for the day?
Shit ton. I took the feed extra channel, so.
Oh boy.
She has at least 2.
She has at least... It's 3 plus your wisdom modifier or 3 plus your charisma modifier.
Yeah, it's 3 plus my wisdom modifier plus the extra 2. So, a lot.
So that's starting point of 8, I think, per day.
No, I'm at 7.
Only 7.
So
Or shit, did I say wisdom? I meant charisma. Yeah, sorry.
Charisma. I was gonna say, 'cause I was sure I gave you a +3.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, I was gonna say, if Nix and Rama want to go out and meet the undead, they can do.
Yeah, that's a shit ton.
I'm coming.
Okay, well, you're up first. And Rama is fast enough to get out there.
Go, Rama, go.
Rocket. And to think, pick up the right domains and Rama will get even faster. Just remember, for a full turn, you can do a double move.
Yeah, I know.
Just checking.
40 right there. Right up to there. Oops.
And for those of you watching, if you want to take bets on how many of these undead goblins will end up being out, please do so, but we demand a cut of the profit.
No, don't encourage gambling in the chat. We do not need to get slapped with the EU's and more recent online gambling laws. I do not endorse gambling in the chat, and yes, I am stating that purely because there's bound to be some sort of EU spyware somewhere in here.
They both double moved.
Fair enough. Alright. Now it's the turn of the very far away undead. And just to say, despite there being a fountain there, that does not obstruct line of sight for shots.
Woohoo!
However, the pillars will on occasion.
Well, it's a good thing I can cast magic missile at will.
Yeah. Govran's going to see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the end of his movement. Emma, you're up.
Okay. Emma is going to... Oh, let's see. Yeah, Emma's just going to go ahead and double move.
Okay.
And both will be on Emma's shoulder, so...
Okay, right. So...
Pretty much Emma staying behind people with weapons.
Fair enough. Aras, you're up. Aras, you there?
Yeah, I know. I was debating how far I could get.
Okay, just making sure that you were there, that was all.
Alright, I'm just going to move south, and I'm going to take a swing at the zombie next... The zombie to... I forget, you'll see the one.
Yeah, and there, it doesn't matter what type of gambling you're talking about. If you're range gambling and you're a part of the EU, you've got to have a license for it.
So much debating over a stupid joke. I find that amusing.
You call it a joke. They wouldn't.
And that's it.
And I do not have the kind of money to deal with gambling fines. let's be fair. If the Joker can be scared of the IRS, then your average GM can.
Alright.
And oof. So which one was that? Yeah, he's taking a fair walloping. So okay.
Silverbot moves to there, and they'll set up Bard Song again.
Okay, Bardic Performance online.
Inspire Courage.
Which sounds like a very odd anime. Aaron, you're up.
Yep. Got a double move.
Okay, no problem. At the moment, they just move towards the nearest signs of life. Which puts them right in the direction of heading towards the cat, which I can almost guarantee is a bad decision on their part.
Well, we'll see if they can hit it.
I'm fairly sure they can't, but...
Yeah, we have a good battle turtle. And it is a kitty.
Right, so it would be passing into your threatened area, so you can get an attack of opportunity on this one. Verbatim. So feel free to make that attack of opportunity with your Warhammer. Oh, and the one with 5.2 is dead.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I saw that long list in front of me, and I thought, well, I've got time to run to the bathroom. Apparently, I didn't.
No problem, dude. Just let us know in advance. Just tag in the Discord chat or something if you. So yeah, you've got, and that's the attack opportunity. So yeah, that'd be a miss, unfortunately.
Yep.
12 would be a miss.
Oh, of course, I forgot Bardic Performance. So no, that would be a hit. So 2 damage.
I've got Bardic Performance as a buff. It's already added in.
Oh, it's already factored in. Yeah,
correct.
In which case, yes, it would still be a miss.
Okay.
Nyx, you're up.
She's gonna go ahead and shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you miss and drop your bow. However, Rama crits with his claws. With one of them.
Go kitty.
So first claw takes that one out.
And then he probably would have just gone after this one.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
So that's one that's Kitty Chow.
And now it's the one that got spiked by Arusk's turn. And that's a miss.
Yeah, I just cut the fingers off before it even hits me.
Yeah, you've not got the swashbuckler ability yet.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit into my build unless you add some stuff I'm already planning.
Meaning that you never know, the right domain might get it for you.
True.
That'd be horrendous.
Just swashbuckler, Unchained Road, Gestalt.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily be a full Gestalt, it'd just be a set pool of times that you could parry and riposte. If it happened.
I can dream.
Yeah, and I can have nightmares.
Yeah, just getting sneak attack off every time I riposte.
Actually, yeah, that'd have to be it for his turn. So, Emma, you're up.
Okay, Emma's gonna 5 foot so she can get at least a better view of where it's gonna be. So, seeing that, range touch. And nope. And Bardic Performance is already put in, so.
Yeah.
And then she's just gonna step right back behind the pillar.
There we go. Aris, you're up.
I can't break up your movement in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm still in.
Alright. Just
Shut up,
attacking this. Alright, just attacking the same one.
Right, so. As I say, that is one thing I wouldn't mind see. Unfortunately, no confirmed crit.
And hopefully that should be enough.
Yeah, it is. More than.
Yeah, they'll ignore the 4, so.
Okay. Oh yeah, what am I thinking? Yeah, if you pick up enough in the trickery domain, you might end up being able to constantly sneak attack. What about him? You're up.
Alrighty, and I've got flanking.
Yeah, have I been mispronouncing that? Yeah, verbatim. Oh. Hit it right first time.
And I still miss.
Without factoring in flanking.
Yeah, it's already in there.
Just checking, but yeah, unfortunately. Aaron, you're up.
Yep. Come, boys.
Okay, I'll activate your aura.
Looks like she's going to be able to get all of them.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, it does.
And it's 7 damage to everything. Some of them are still standing. Oh, and that one should already be dead. So that one.
Also, if anybody's taking damage, you get healed that amount.
Yeah. Oh, well, you've just healed up Govrin, if nothing else. Although, I'm guessing he could have been healed up earlier, but it doesn't really matter.
And that's my turn.
Oh. Well, you managed to kill 2 of them.
So is there 1 or 2 still standing?
2.
2. That was killed by the cat, and then these 2. Well, that one was seriously wounded, so he was already dead, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's still 2 standing.
But they should be fucking hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, they are. This one's going to take a swing. Actually, they're not thinking straight, so yeah, it's going to try and... It's going to move over to attack Aaron because... she hurts.
I do hurt.
And let's see, that's a miss. Right, Nick, you're up. I don't get the feeling Rama is advancing forward one and having lunch.
Yeah.
It'd only be one attack. Oh no, it's 5-foot step. Never mind. What am I thinking? Not that it matters because one attack is enough to finish it off anyway.
And then
Kitty bit its head off.
So that's 2 for the cat chow.
so
Okay. Okay.
and it doesn't hit.
Unfortunately. Nope. Oh, Govran's turn. Sorry that your archery looked being so bad, Nix.
It's okay.
Kitty makes up for it by being awesome.
Yeah, we're first level. We're all terrible.
Well,
Level 1. Level 1.
Yourselves, guys.
He has a point.
Till they're not undead.
that's not including the flank or performance. So yeah, that's a hit with 11 damage. So yeah. For some reason it's still giving the loadout for the previous thing's stats. Either that or it's reading wrong. Hold on. Just give me a second whilst I try and get roll 20 to work again. Gotta love it, eh, folks?
Roll 20. It sometimes loves you, but mostly it hates you, hates you.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mention that for those who weren't familiar. Yes, for those who not, yes, the reason for the title of the campaign is indeed the characters are intended to end up becoming the new gods of the setting by the end of the game. Which, yeah, that's going to be interesting for them. More interesting for the mortals who have to live with it.
Yeah.
Emma, the super quiet but hyperactive goddess of magic. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's extremely quiet though. She's the one who's been doing the most talking.
And also is upset and also really likes Clockwork. So, yeah, I actually kind of want to play again. It's 200 years after this with people who have to deal with us as gods just to see the world become how it became a steampunk crazy.
Okay, well, that's going to be where we call an end of the session, folks. For those, so people are aware, we're using milestone leveling, so no level ups yet. And so let's see, you've got round about 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, you've got 10 lots of armor divvied up between chain shirts and chain mail, along with a mix of long swords with heavy steel shields and long bows.
Earth is just disappointed.
Yeah, there'll be something in the future. Don't worry, dude. There's stuff in the future for you, and more importantly, you're the only one who's currently not had to have his armor put through a repair job.
True.
All right.
If you look at my sheet, I've actually started a list of stuff I may end up buying or trying to find.
Yeah.
Well, that calls it for me, guys. Thanks for having me.
No problem, dude.
Take it easy.
Have a good
Always
week.
glad to have you, man.
I'll have to drive you up the wall.
Right?
Yeah, enjoy the never-ending sunshine.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
If you've got some time, after you're done wrapping everything up, I would not mind showing you how to use dynamic lighting.
I'll probably talk to you about that for another day because it's 11:15 at night here.
Fair enough.
And I'm trying to get my sleep schedule to be somewhat normal.
And thank you to everyone who was here today.
Yes,
to you. It was really appreciated.
Yes, thanks very much, guys. Great to have you. Hope you'll be back next week. And in the future, we'll be uploading it in the near future, hopefully, to Bardic DM on YouTube. Just got to get my head around the editing software first and make sure it doesn't become a complete hack job.
Yeah, definitely. And Chris, you should probably add all of our links and everything to the area below the stream.
I will make sure to do that. Also, for our 2 listeners, if you want to, we've got a general Discord. So if you want to join in and chat with us outside of the game and find out a bit more, I'm going to post the link in the chat.
Yeah, you should probably add that to the general links as well.
That I will do as soon as I can get it to copy.
Yeah, especially since if you close the stream tab and reopen, you're gonna lose all the post.
Oh, don't worry, I intend to. Let's see.
All right, take it easy, folks.
Take it easy.
Right, you too. Good to have you in, man.
Thanks.
And why is it being hidden for some reason? There we go. Now I can get it to work.
Technology. It hates all of us.
So it'll just be a couple of seconds, folks, whilst I pop that into the chat, and once I can actually get the chat to work for me. And once I can actually get the chat to work for me. I thought I'd muted that. And there we've got the double. So there's the Discord invite for you folks.
And
look forward to seeing you there.
I gotta go.
And right, so bye folks. Going to end the stream here. Take care. And see you next week.
Alright, bye everybody.
All right.